Hello, let's do some yoga. Hello, cat. This cat. What? What? Hi, kitten. Hi. Don't fool all these people on the internet. You're not that sweet. You're pretending. Okay, hi. Happy Monday. I have felt like absolute butt all weekend. So I don't really know what's going to come out of this practice. It'll probably end up being pretty rigorous since I haven't been doing any moving this weekend. And I just did an ecstatic warm up. So if you aren't warmed up yet, go do that video first. I'm wearing the same outfit, so that's the video, and it'll say ecstatic warm up on there. And you can put any song on that you want for that ecstatic warm up, by the way. And I hope it doesn't get copyrighted because of the song that I use very loudly in that video. Anyway, say hi, say hello, kitten, kitten. You're such a big kitty, big kitty, big kitty. Be gone. Go, go, go. Meow. Anyway, I'm warm, so we're not going to do like a big warm up. I'm just going to dive right into some movement. So again, if you're not warm, go warm up and come back here. And we're going to start in a down dog. And in this down dog, I'm going to play with taking my hands wide and just see what happens when I take my hands wide off the mat. And see what that does through my shoulders, what that does through my spine. And just take some big, deep breaths here as you press into your hands. Send your tailbone up towards the sky. Maybe you notice if you took your hands wide that your head is closer to the ground or to the mat. Breathe here, cat. Go. I'm going to take my right leg, lift it up to the sky for a three-legged dog. And then work through some movement in my hip here. Lifting and lowering the knee. So you match knee to knee. Open up the knee to the side. Then open up the hips. Then round it forward. Open up. Open up level 2. Then round it back and down. That's nice. Open up the knee. Open up the hip. Round the knee behind you. Pull it down and in to meet the other one. Do that one more time. Open the hip. Pull the knee out to the right. Open the hips, stack the right hip on top of the left. Round the right knee down to meet the left. And then we'll step it forward, adjusting your hands into a high lunge. Biceps by the ears. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Open up. High lunge. No, this is a wide. From a high lunge to a wide-legged stance. Open up, goddess pose. I want you to check out my back here. You come into your goddess pose, pull your shoulder blades behind you, pull your elbows down. Super activated through the back body. Big breath. Lower down. Tuck your tailbone under. Pull your pelvis forward. Turn your heels in. Create traction through your feet. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Turn your toes forward. Pull your heels out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your head forward. Walk your hands forward. So you're in this kind of like standing plank. I don't know how to explain that other than your hands. Take your hands from underneath your face and walk them out to underneath your shoulders. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we're going to bend into the knees and we're going to lift the heels off the mat. We're just experimenting with movement today. So I want you to work on rotating on the feet, turning the heels in and out as you lift and lower your hips and as you bend into those knees. So they're not really drawing ankle circles. I'm actually pivoting on the pads of my toes. You can think about it as turning your knees in and out. This is doing some fun work through my inner thighs and through my hip flexors. Then we'll come flat onto the feet. Walk your hands back underneath your face. Forward fold. Big breath in. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend into the right knee. Skandasana or side lunge. You can open your arms wide. And I want you to think about, if you're here, heel down. I talk about this all the time. If your heel is up and you're not quite able to get that heel touched down yet, keep your hands down out in front of you. Work on your ankle mobility by kind of maybe bouncing through that front knee, or you can hinge forward and back. Using your hands to help you balance, you can work through that ankle mobility. Now, if you're able to get your heel all the way down, I want you to work through sitting and pressing up. And they don't have to be big movements. You don't have to like stand all the way up and then sit and then sit all the way down. But if you can touch your sits bones down, press through, press your elbow into the inside of that right knee, keep your spine straight, and really just try to use your foot hip flexor connection here. No momentum. Then we'll have a seat, internally rotate your right knee in. So we were here with the knee up, turn the right knee down. So I'm facing the back of my mat. And we're gonna adjust here so that you're pulling your bent leg in towards your side a little bit more, in towards your hip a little bit more. If this is really uncomfortable, several things you can do. Firstly, you can just not do this. That's totally acceptable. Secondly, the thing you can do is you can turn your calf meat out so that you can bend your knee a little bit better. You can, well, that's that really. Yeah, just pull your calf meat out of that close between your knee and your thigh. Hopefully that helped. And we're gonna lean back a little bit. We're gonna stretch through the hamstring, or not through the hamstring, through the quad. What? You are in the way. And we'll just breathe here. If you can come down on your forearms, that's cool. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. I wonder if you guys can hear my music. I didn't know that copywriting was a thing on Patreon, but of course it is, because you're making money off of this. So if you're making money off of someone else's music, you should be paying for that music. So hopefully that's not a problem. So we're going to come off of your forearms, come forward. And the way we're going to safely get out of this is we're going to just lean onto that left hip. We're going to extend our right leg long. And then we're going to bend the left knee. And we'll bring our left hand behind us. You can walk your left foot to the outside of the mat. Press down through the heel of your right foot. Press your hips up to the sky. Wild thing. This is all just for funsies. These are all just very big movements that I'm playing with, but I'm gonna move through. This feels nice. So I'm gonna move through this wild thing movement Planting my left hand down, pressing through my right heel. And then as I sit my hips down, I'll reach my right hand to the inside of my right foot, reach my left hand up and over for a big side body stretch. And we'll flow through that one more time, pressing my hips up. Really reaching. You can come onto the ball of that left foot. Big breath in. And flow it down inside of the right foot. And maybe you can even turn your chest down towards your knee. Get a nice stretch in there. And then we'll lift up and we'll get out of this. This will be fun. Cross the left foot over the right knee. Bring your hands behind you. Flip up. Three-legged dog. Right leg lifts. Ooh, scorpion tail. Bend the right knee. I'm just letting my body take me wherever it wants to go. Big breath in, straighten the foot. Exhale, step it down. We're in that wide-legged down dog again. That wide-handed down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Kind of a crooked dog here since we got our legs wide and our hands wide. And we're going to do those knees again. So bend the knee. Bring the left knee into the right. And then we'll open the left knee like fire hydrant. And then we open the hips even more, stacking the hips like a scorpion tail. And then draw that knee around and behind you to come back down and meet the right. And we'll do that again. Open the knee, fire hydrant. Open the knee, scorpion tail. Round the knee all the way around. Come to meet the right. Do that again. Open. Open. Try to keep your upper body strong through this. Do that one more time. Open. Open. Draw it around. Step that left foot through. High lunge. Biceps by the ears. Woo-wee. This is kind of a skewed, off-kiltered high lunge because our legs were wide and our arms were wide in our down dog. But this is fun. Like, this is the whole point of flowing at home and not in a class and trying to do stuff like this where you're just experimenting with your body and there's no wrong way to do this. I don't know what we're doing right now. I'm making this up as we go. I didn't have a plan. So if you find that you're not following along, it's because there's nothing to follow. And you're doing it right. Know that you're doing it right. Big inhale. Exhale. We pivot to the side of the mat for our wide-legged forward fold. Turn your toes in, heels out, hinge from the hips. Go all the way down. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bend in the knees. Let's see if we can do this. This is fun. So you might want to heel toe your feet in a little bit closer. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Heel toe your feet in closer to your hands. And then we reach our hands behind us, fingertips face away from our bodies. And then you're going to, so you bend the elbow underneath the knee. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, you guys are going to witness this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Just keep playing. If you're still here with me, keep playing. So we heel toe our feet closer in towards our center line so that the shoulders come underneath the knees. I'm going to look this pose up because it has a name. And then maybe the right way to do it is fingertips to the front. Oh yeah, that feels better. Yeah. Yeah. Put all your weight in your hands. Oh. That was so cool. Please tell me I'm recording still. Thank God. I'm like, let me find out. My camera messed up. All right, if you fell down on your butt, come back into your wide-legged forward fold. I don't know what that pose is called, but I'll let you know in the description when we get there. Whew. That was fun. Heel toe your feet. Heel toe your feet further apart, and we'll Skandasana left side. Whew. So fitting into that front knee, coming into our side lunge on the left side. And again, I want you to play with ankle mobility here. So if your heel's not quite down, maybe you find a rock forward and back, supporting yourself on your hands. If you can, get your ankle all the way down. See if you can get your sits bones all the way down. And again, no momentum here. So we're not throwing ourselves forward, but instead staying through center, using that front foot, using leverage through the right heel, coming into that hover and then sitting back down. I feel stronger through this side. I feel like and of course you can always just open up to the side and take a bind if you want to take a bind. Let's see here, 2 more big breaths in this Skandasana. 1 more big breath in. Big breath out. Release your bind. Find a seat. Then again, we internally rotate the left knee now and find an adjustment here. And the way that you can find that you're sitting evenly on both sits bones, and maybe you find that the mobility here through the left leg feels different than through the right. So again, one way that you can modify this or make it more comfortable is you can grab the calf knee and rotate it out of that closedness of the knee. I don't know how to say that. I'll figure it out. But you have your left foot behind you. Left knee is pointing out in front of you. You can roll the calf meat out of that closed part behind where your calf and your hamstring meet. And then, you know, if you can bring your knee towards your center line, cool. If it's out a little bit further, cool. There's a lot of crazy things happening in this position. This is a really awkward rotation of the knee. This is a really interesting internal rotation of the hip. So there's going to be a lot of limitations here for a lot of people. And so you can totally skip this part. If you do want to get a quad stretch, we'll go through another way of stretching the quads. But for now, you can lean back. If you can, come down onto your forearms and stretch through that quad. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then walk yourself back up. I don't really remember what we did after this, although you can just roll out of this. Extend. Oh, I do remember. Extend your left leg long. Plant your right foot. So your right knee lifts, right foot plants. Left leg long. Left arm behind you. Press through your right foot. Press through your left heel. Lift up. Wild thing. And then we exhale, come down, reach. What's this? Left hand for the inside of the left knee. But I actually think I like this twist better of pulling my right hand to the inside of my left foot. And we circle sweep the arms back. Press the hips up. Wild thing. Maybe you come up onto the ball of the right foot. And then press your hips down. Reach for the inside of the left foot. Stretch. And then lift up. Press through the ball of the foot, press through the heel of the foot, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, come back down. Extend both legs long. That's what we did. Hands come behind you. Rotate on both feet. Lift the left foot. Yeah. 3-legged dog. Plant the left foot down. Press into your hands. Wave your body forward into a high plank. Drop your knees down. Send your hips back. Let your forehead rest on the mat for a child's pose. That was so fun. I think that's all I got because I did teach a yoga class this morning, so I don't really need more. But sometimes that's just what this is. Like, how long have we recorded? This was a 20-minute exploratory movement practice. It was yoga, it was not yoga, it was me talking, it was me trying, and it was you trying, and that's all it needs to be. And I'm not going to take a Shavasana here, but I highly encourage you to rest in your child's pose a little bit longer, to start this over and try that again. Maybe now that you have an idea of where it's going, you can try it again and maybe make it a little more fluid, make it make sense in your body a little bit more. But that's it, I think, for me today, for us today. I love you. Have a great day. That's it. Yay. Go have a great day. Be amazing.